same brush. But anyway, we went through probably about 7 months in my partner's pregnancy. We went to Lister Hospital to have the baby. It was, I think it was 4 or 5 days late, but you know, he was lovely size, good little looking boy, takes after me. Yeah, so they said that we could keep, as long as we stick to what we agreed, which we did. I stopped alcohol, went to a lot of counselling sessions, went into detox. I weren't one of these drunks who, you know, went along the street and sat on a bench. I just isolated myself from everybody and everyone. I was really ill. I nearly took my own life twice. But I've had it really bad. Me and my partner, we haven't lived royal lives. I've worked most of my life. I'm taking it out for a couple of years now. I'm working. I'm just going to concentrate on this. I'm saving up to buy a burger van, like a catering van, for about 15 grand, I think it is. But I want to do that. I've already got a pitch. Yeah, start earning £1 grand a week. It'd be nice. Which is 100% you will get. But anyway, back to the social services. Social services are really strange people. They are really strange. There's a woman in here called Michelle. She was the manager of the social services of Hertfordshire, or yeah, basically Hertford. This is the head office in County Hall in Hertford, in Hertfordshire. I used to live in Hertford for about, I don't know, 6 years, and then I moved. Well, I moved from Ware, which I was brought up in, which is just the next town to Hertford. It's about 2-3 miles away. Lovely town. Gone downhill a bit. Hertford's gone downhill majorly, because obviously they were supposed to have a lot of shops and that built, but that was pulled out, so it looks like an absolute tip. But hopefully in about 20 years it'll look all right. Anyway, yeah, so we went to as soon as we went to Lister Hospital, I got a phone call from Michelle, the manager for social services, and she said, we're going to come and collect Connor, which was his name, at birth, when they said that we could walk out with him. But they asked me to sign a section, section for protective, I can't remember what they call it, children's protection or something. It's absolutely made up and crazy. But yeah, so we had to go through a contact centre for a year. It was horrible. Never had social services in my life, never would want to, and I wouldn't recommend it. They're horrible people. They don't work with you, they work against you. That's the idea. I'm not a racist person, but at the time they seemed to be short of white babies. That's the, when I researched it, white babies were a bit of a low category, because obviously we're a multicultural country now, which is a bit of a shame. But yeah, so they came with a car seat and took him away with a foster parent. Yeah, 24 hours after the baby was born, would you believe? I had a go at them. I was furious. My partner was really bad. But then, excuse us guys, and then too many fags I think. And then, yeah, they picked him up and took him away, and that was the last time we saw him for about 2 weeks, till we went to a contact centre in Cheston in Hertfordshire, which was the painfulest thing I've ever done. I'm being serious. I mean, I've got complex PTSD, which I weren't in the army or anything. I was it was an accident a few years ago, in 2005, when I had a motorbike crash that involved someone dying. Obviously I wasn't drinking, I was at work at the time. I was going for my lunch break and it happened. So they sort of dig up this past, which is not really a past, because I see women with babies, newborns, drinking in the park when their babies are there. So what's going on? You know, there's a lot of answers, a lot of questions need to be answered, but apparently the social services just don't ignore positivity. They ignore positivity. They don't like it. They like negative. That's how they win. And then, yeah, we had to say goodbye to him after about a year in contact centre in Cheshunt in Hertfordshire. My partner went to say goodbye to him. I couldn't. I had to sit in the car outside because I didn't want that last moment to be, you know, bye, like he's dying, you know, that kind of thing. But now I think he's about 6 or 7, something like that. It's really gone quick. But I'm hoping that he comes and finds me when he's 16 or 18. I don't know what the law is now. And then I can tell him the truth, and the truth about social services. We did everything we could to keep him. I weren't too sure. My partner's been in it before, but I didn't need to. You know, I weren't that kind of person. I broke the law a few years ago, 12 years ago. 12 years, yeah, blimey, 12 years. It's been 12 years since I haven't broken the law. Amazing. So this is my hobby, you know, this is my, you know, to impress my subs, you know, subscribers. It's amazing, guys. I'm 505 now, or 506. I want to get to 1,000 so I can start the live, which is really big for me, for mental health and addiction. But that is really important to me. Whether I get paid for it or not, I'm not too bothered. It's out of my heart that I do it. But I do spend a lot of money in fuel, travel and everything else. I don't get paid for this. It comes out of my own money. That's why I haven't done so many recently, because I've got to save up to put petrol again and then do it again. So after your bills, you can imagine. But yeah, but that's my story here in Hertford. I thought I'd bring you here and just sort of talk you through it. You know, anyone who's going through this sort of situation, you know, it's hard for me to say, but you've got, you know, you have to work with them. They'll always work against you. There's no rule to the social services, the children's social services. Don't know what the adult social services are like. I've heard a few stories. I don't think they're 100%, but you know, I think the government should take a look into social care and social services, the way they deal with things, because half of the people who are there with you are basically you know, sorry guys, I've probably got a cough as well, just normal cough. It's not COVID. I've had me double jab. But anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, but you know, there's people out there who are still struggling with them. I've heard lately they seem to work with you a little bit more than they used to. But I'm 44 now, so I'm not gonna be having any more children. Bloody hell, I didn't really. I mean, Connor was planned, but after that I went off children after, you know, fighting against a losing system. You know. It's not very nice, never will be, but hey ho, this is it. And on this site there's a COVID site, which I've just noticed, so we're going to walk up there now. I'll show you the front of the building. It's quite pretty. They do weddings at the front, at the back social services, and they do other things here also, police training and stuff like that, because Hertford Police Station's just down the road. But I'll be a bit quieter because we're not allowed to. It's private property. I won't be talking for a minute. That's the car park, guys. Looks like it's closed. That's the car parks. It's a nice area. There's a nice wooded area. Hertford's a bit stuck up sometimes though. I live in St Albans, but People around there are quite stuck up. This is only around 8 miles from me. It's a nice day, guys. Hope you're out and about enjoying yourself. Good old Saturday, eh? It's sort of a club. I've been to this club just down there. It's like an adult club. Bloody hell, guys, I have to have new lungs soon. Big up Deanology as well. Respect to him. Helped me out a lot last night with the subs. Thank you. Hopefully people are sharing my content. Mine's a little different. I don't go looking for trouble. I try and do my audits sensibly, as it were. It's a very old building, this, guys. Very old building, but it's always done up and nicely arranged, as it were. You see, bloody flies out here. It's like storm flies. Right, so what's that say up there? Trust and we fear not. That's a good one. I wish everyone would sort of follow that one. There's too many snowflakes at the moment, and sheep. There's a lot of sheep around at the moment. It's quite funny to watch, really, sometimes, especially when I do a bit of what's the word? People watching. You've got to do people watching, it's funny. I mean, some people you see with masks on, they're sort of, the masks are halfway over their eyes, and it's like, Christ. And you see single people in a car with a mask on, and you think, this is where I come up with it, you cannot educate stupid. Which is very good point, to be honest. A lot of trolls are like that. I laugh at the trolls, I think they're funny. They live in their mother's back bedroom and they think they're it. Make themselves feel better by putting us down, but actually, guys, it makes my day. The trolls help me, really. Give me confidence, you know. They try and put you down. It's like being at school when you're bullied. You know, I was bullied for a few years. Not very nice. But I got the bully back later on with a good punch to the chin, which was quite a nice one. That's why I went boxing for 13 years. To get me thing out. Oh, here we are. Yeah, to get me confidence. Yeah, so this is the... I'll show you the front. I'll try and do it. No one can see me doing it, if you know what I mean. I do want some nice interactions. That's why I don't go looking for it, because everyone has a bad say. Just coming out onto the road, guys. Yeah, I used to live in Horns Mill, down the bottom of the hill. Horrible place, absolute horrible. I got burgled there by a cokehead. I know his address. The police weren't bothered because I've already got, well, only a few convictions, but nothing like that. But he defriended me and got me burgled. I lost about £4 grand worth. So I moved to St Albans. Nicer place. Place, guys. This is County Hall. This is the front of it. Another small COVID site, which I'm not really bothered about. They're very empty. But yeah, it's a nice looking building. There's a lot of corruption in it. But I don't go looking for corruption. Well, if it falls in my lap, I will. Obviously, there's only so much corruption you can go and find, guys, with auditors. And we've all got our different style. Whereas mine is more peaceful, and others are ruthless, which I'm not one of them people. I want to, you know, I want some sensible people, would be nice. Right, we're going on to the front here. There's a few cameras here. It's private property, as you can see the signs there. County Hall, Hertford County Hall, in Hertfordshire. Yeah, so this is like I say, County Hall. They do weddings in here, births and deaths. Births and deaths are in there, in that tunnel there, guys. I was being promoted for a music video a few years ago. I was a drummer in Pegasus. That was my band. We went since we were 11, and we sort of gave up in around, oh God, started at 11, finished around when I was about 32. 12 years ago I finished. We got getting a record deal and everything. We got professionally, me and the group, me and the band were standing. There's 5 of us in a rock band. We used to write our own music. Well, I used to write most of it, but I was a professional drummer. But I used to stand here, guitarist used to stand there, bass used to stand there, keyboard used to stand over there, and then you had the singer over there. So it was like a split. It looked really, really good. Looked like a Bon Jovi sort of poster, you know. But we were publicised on the Mercury paper. We were publicised in a lot of areas, guys. We toured the UK and Ireland, up to 3,000 people. Very, very good, very good. See, I've had a good life and I've had a bad one, but again, my life's no longer over, still not over. So you will get rude people, you'll get horrible people, and you'll get the police try and, you know, try and ruin you, but it doesn't happen no more. And we keep getting trolls as well, saying that most people on here have got criminal records or dossers and all this. But hang on a minute, if we were dossers, we wouldn't be doing this, would we? And to the trolls, or to the people out there who think auditors are just criminals and dossers, then I've got news for you guys. I want you to get a challenge to actually see what you do and where you live. Would be a nice thing. It'd be very nice. Look at all them little different flags. Very nice. Yeah, they're all the way along. But yeah, I haven't really had a look out this bit because like we were busy. But yeah, like, back to the music. We released well, we released 3 albums, which we had to pay for ourselves. But on the tip of the iceberg, it was hard. Like I said, we got promoted to play different venues. Did Doncaster Dome, which was a big event. That was 6,000 people. But yeah, no. So it was nice to be there and be told that we're going to sign a record deal, which was very nice. If you see over there, that's where the marriages and the births and deaths happen. I think the marriages and births happen in there, and there's an archive, like a library archive of the centuries, and you got deaths over this way, unless I'm wrong and it's both in that one. I'm not too sure. But it's a big building. It's a nice building. But if you're thinking of coming to Hertford, don't. It's a load of rubbish. But this is the car park. Look into it, guys, if anyone's planning on signing that HP contract to get married. Anyway, guys, I think this is 22 minutes. I think it's my longest, I think. But yeah, like I say, it's a lovely, you know, you've got some nice houses in Hertfordshire, in Hertford and Welling and Stevenage and all over the shop. You've got these here, there again. You've got archives and local studies, registration office, visitor parking. Okay, Hertfordshire County Council parking only, and there's the website if anyone wants it and have a look. But anyway, guys, I'm out and done. Lovely day. My partner's at work, which is a pain. But I'm going to Virginia Lakes on tomorrow, which is past Staines. It's meant to be really nice. Lovely waterfalls, lakes, you name it, it's brilliant. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to be doing. Monday and Tuesday I'm doing about 4 prison audits. And then obviously Wednesday, Thursday I'm tied up doing other things. Friday, packing for the holiday, getting the car serviced and all that before we go to Penzance in Cornwall on Saturday. So a week today, I'm away for a week, but I will try and do a couple of audits. I'm going to look for a prison in Cornwall and hope to do an audit there. But you will see, we're right near the beach in a village. We're right on the beach in a cottage for a week. You can see Michael's mount behind the fence, which is nice. Right, guys, have a great day. Please, 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 please. I don't usually beg, but I need the subs, I need sharing, to share the videos, content, and also like. That's important to me, a like. It's free and it's easy. All right, guys, you take care, and I'll see you again next week. Thanks, guys.